Servus. Welcome to Germany. We are in the Passau, the south part of Germany. We are here to support our client, our Aronia partner, Mr. Dorn. Today we meet him and we show how we support it, how we give a knowledge, give advising to make Aronia business great again. And let's burn some myths that Aronia will grow without any help. Of course we grow, but we have to think about the business, about Aronia business, from the plant to the juice, to the great products. And today we'll show you not only the tips about cultivation, but this is also important, but we'll show you the story behind Aronia in Germany. Stay tuned. A flight to Vienna followed by the long drive to Passau. This is how our journey begins. Every mile is a chance to brainstorm new solutions and take in the scenery. For some, it's just a travel, but for us, it's our daily standard. Because at Aronia Eggert, we don't just have clients, we have business partners. And for a partner, we always go the extra mile. Once outside in Passau, we dove straight into the heart of the matter, our partner's business model. Every plantation and every market has its own unique hurdle. We sat down to talk openly about the real changes they face, from the intricacies of the cultivation to the demand of the modern consumer. A crucial part of our meeting was a sensory journey. We tested various Aronia products made right here in Germany, comparing flavors, textures, and aromas. This allowed us to analyze the specific needs of the local target audience and see how they differ across the borders. As a specialist, we shared our insights on the production and distribution of the preserves, but it was also a moment for mutual inspiration. During our talks, we revisited the history of Aronia Eggert, our 50-year legacy of selection and passion. Looking back to our roots helped us to find common ground and shared value with our partner. It reminded us that regardless the country, our goals are the same: quality, health, and sustainability. In the B2B world, honest conversation and full transparency are the foundation. By understanding the history and the why behind our partner goals, we can tailor out the R&D and technological support to ensure their long-term success. Because a well-prepared strategy built on the shared experience is only the way to turn challenges into the profitable growth. Let's meet our host, our partner, Aronia partner from Germany, Mr. Dorn. Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Could you please tell us where we are?
First, thank you for coming because you travel from Poland to Germany. It's a far distance, and you found a small place which is really unusual. And now I want to explain you because why it is so an unusual place. Ich spreche es vielleicht auch in Deutsch, dass es auch unsere deutschen Zuhörer besser verstehen können. Wir haben hier eine wunderschöne Anlage in der Nähe von der Stadt Passau. Auf ca. 40 Hektar Grundstücksfläche haben wir eine Stiftung gegründet, eine gemeinnützige Stiftung, deren wesentlicher Punkt darin besteht, dass wir behinderten Menschen ein schönes Ambiente zum Wohnen anbieten möchten. Und des Weiteren aber wollen wir den behinderten Menschen hier in Passau eine Möglichkeit anbieten, in der Landwirtschaft, in der Obstwirtschaft ein bisschen mitwirken zu können, ein bisschen arbeiten zu können.
So when it started, how many years ago you started?
It's not so easy to answer this question because I have a disabled boy. Mein behinderter Sohn Daniel ist vor 35 Jahren geboren und seit dieser Zeit, wo ich weiß, dass mein Sohn behindert ist, war es mein persönliches Ziel, eine Behinderteneinrichtung zu schaffen, eine Organisation zu gründen, wo Menschen Freude finden können, auch im Alter mit Gleichgesinnten, auch mit Behinderungen, eine schöne Wohnsituation finden zu können. Somit ist, würde ich sagen, vor 35 Jahren begonnen, aber der seitdem wir den Langlebenhof haben, wurde die Stiftung 2005 gegründet, also jetzt vor 20 Jahren. Wir haben eine Anniversary-Feier jetzt erst vor kurzem hier zelebriert.
And why Aronia? Why you choose the Aronia berry? Apfelberry.
Vor 20 Jahren wusste ich selber nicht, was Aronia ist. Ein Freund von mir hat mir erklärt, Hansi, du musst hier mit Aronia, dem Produkt Aronia, zusammenarbeiten. Denn Aronia eignet sich sehr gut für Menschen, die eine Behinderung haben, die nicht alles verstehen, dass die mit diesem Produkt arbeiten können. Am Feld zu arbeiten, weil Aronia muss nicht mit Pestiziden behandelt werden. Und Pestizide und behinderte Menschen, das ist natürlich immer ein gefährlicher Stoff. Und es ist das beste Produkt, mit dem du auch in Kombination mit behinderten Menschen arbeiten kannst. Und ein Produkt daraus herzustellen, Aronia-Saft, das tut den Menschen gut. Es ist ein gutes Produkt. Es ist ein natürliches Produkt und es ergibt für deine Stiftung noch mehr Sinn, nicht nur einen Wohnplatz für behinderte Menschen zu schaffen, sondern auch eine Struktur am Feld draußen zu schaffen, wo Menschen mit Behinderung mitarbeiten können. Welche Produkte wir herstellen? Unser Lieblingsprodukt ist natürlich Aronia-Saft vom Langlebenhof. Es ist purer Muttersaft, 100% von Aronia-Bärchen und wir produzieren nach DEMETER-Richtlinien. Das ist Kräuterherz, Aronia, das ist mit 36 Kräutern versehen, ist ein bisschen teurer als der normale Aronia-Saft, aber beinhaltet sehr viele Kräuter, diverse Kräuter und eignet sich sehr hervorragend zur Revitalisierung, wenn man mal krank ist. Und dann hier, das ist eine Limonade mit dem Bestandteil Aronia. Die Aronia kommt von uns. Hier ist kein zusätzlicher Zucker beinhaltet und schmeckt hervorragend.
And now what the Aronia market in Germany, you think they are rising? You have more clients? It's becoming more popular, or still it's in the beginning of the way?
Ich denke, man muss hier wirklich langfristig denken. Es gibt wie in jedem Markt gibt es ein bisschen rauf und dann geht es wieder ein bisschen runter. Aber tendenziell würde ich sagen, dass Aronia erst am Anfang seines Daseins ist. Aronia wird mit Sicherheit die nächsten Jahrzehnte wachsen und gedeihen, denn das Produkt ist von der Herstellung her relativ einfach. Es bedarf relativ wenig Pflege, die Pflanzenwelt. Und das Produkt, was letztendlich rauskommt dabei, das ist gesund für den Körper, es tut dem Menschen gut. Und für ein Produkt, das vor 20 Jahren in Deutschland nicht bekannt war, würde ich jetzt meinen, haben wir schon einen guten Bekanntheitsgrad. Die Menschen kennen uns mittlerweile. Und ich denke aber auch, dass noch ein bisschen Luft nach oben möglich ist, dass noch mehr Menschen sich an dem Produkt erfreuen können.
But to produce all of this great, beautiful quality juices and all the products, we need to have the berries. We need to have the Aronia berries. So let's see your plantation. Let's see what we can do to have more and more Aronia berries.
Very good idea. We will do it.
Okay. It all begins with the cuttings and then the fruits. The highlights of our journey was visiting the plantation themselves. We carefully inspected the condition of the bushes, how they were planted, their growth patterns, and the density of the blossoms. We discussed cultivation techniques specifically for mountainous terrain and assessed for the potential yield based on the current farming method. We are gathering all the data for the deep dive analysis. We also checked the newly established plots of our latest narrow Eggert variety, planted this spring. Our focus shifts on the soil, its structure, moisture, cross-section, and even its scent that can tell us so much. Sometimes you just have to get your hands dirty and start digging. There is no other way. We inspected each plot individually to ensure that every single sapling has taken root and begun its vegetation cycle. The quality of the nursery material is paramount. We also look closely to the history of each field, what was grown here before, and how the crops performed. Professional soil testing is absolutely essential. It allows us to tailor the practice fertilization program. Remember, while Aronia is resilient shrub with low requirements, producing premium quality fruits requires dedicated care. Here is a perfect example of how sensitive is Aronia to nitrogen fertilization. Even in organic farming, using only natural manure, you can end up growing bushes instead of fruits. Fortunately, there is a solution. In this case, we'll attempt to rejuvenate the plantation by pruning it back completely and halting nitrogen input. As you can see, on a site of inspection is invaluable. Sometimes raw data simply doesn't give you a full picture. At this farm, the key is profound understanding of entire supply chain. But more importantly, the value chain of agriculture production, respecting nature in every single stage. What makes this place truly exceptional is its commitment to the environment, evidenced by a DEMETER certification. It is an incredibly demanding standard, yet it fosters the perfect harmony with the surrounding ecosystem. Some of the cultivation practices used here might be seem to border on esoteric, but believe me, every action is deeply considered by and purposeful. Interestingly, we had the chance to examine unique solutions and specialized machinery required for such orthodox organic farming. This is exactly why on-the-site visit is invaluable. It allows us to bridge the gap between tradition and technology, creating the truly dedicated management system for the plantation. By observing this method firsthand, Aronia Eggert can better support our partners in integrating those rigorous standards into a viable business model. It's about more than farming. It's about creating the sustainable future where premium quality and ecological integrity go hand in hand. Our support is never rushed. We dedicate exact as much time as we needed to provide ready to implement solution. On the second day, in calm and focused atmosphere, we sat down to summarize our findings and draft a clear action plan. It was then that we heard the words that mean the most to us. Now we are at peace, knowing we are headed in the right direction, exactly what needs to be improved. Providing that kind of certainty is the core of our mission of Aronia Eggert. The farm we visited is truly unique, not just its history, but for the people behind it. The passion and dedication found here are enough to inspire half of Europe. Yet understanding consumer needs is only part of the story. Full integration with nature and living in harmony with one's own value has become the true engine of this business. It's a perfect example of delicate balance, combining modern agriculture with peace, dignity, and environmental stewardship. For us, this visit was a valuable experience and rewarding challenge. We leave satisfied with the work we've done and support we provide, but also deeply inspired with the history we are now part of. Because remember, everything starts with the plant. See you in the next episodes, and don't forget to subscribe our channel.